guys, welcome back to Blog Fix Friday. Blog Fix Friday is my quick Friday vlog where I share a trick or a tip that will help to make your blogging life easier. Now, as bloggers, sometimes we're quite introverted and we can struggle with self-promotion. Some people have it down and they're really good at blowing their own trumpets, and other people find it a little bit uncomfortable and they don't really know how to do it with grace, and so they feel a little bit like they're not going to do it. And if you're not promoting your blog, someone else out there will be promoting their blog, and you're going to miss out on potential traffic and the growth of your blog. So I thought I'd just pop on today and give you some tricks on basically overcoming fear of self-promotion for those people out there who are a little bit shyer than others. So first thing would be, don't go over the top, but be your own cheerleader. So we all do great things in a day, and whether you're creating a sales funnel and running a webinar, or whether you are managing to get half a post written because you had your sleeping child on you all day, we need to celebrate those wins, because big or small, that webinar is not as big a deal to that mum with a sick sleeping child on her. You know, you need to make sure that you are giving yourself props and a real good, you know, boost for the things that you do right. So be your own cheerleader, I would say, and know who your ideal audience is and craft the content for that audience so that you can be really confident then that you know what you're talking about, that you have that knowledge and that you have that really valuable insight to give to them, to give to the reader. That will then give you more confidence. I think if we're not confident in what we're doing, it can be a really hard thing to sell to a reader. So I'd say really research your ideal audience and just create the content that you know that they want to read. I also think that our worst critic is our own critic, is the little person that sits on our shoulder telling us that we're not very good, that we're never going to be X, Y, and Z, that we're never going to be as good as whoever. And I think we need to try and ignore that inner critic and push her away and say, or him away, and say, actually, I've got some things to offer and I'm going to ignore you, and I'm just going to basically get on with it, and and just kind of silence those inner critics, because we've all got something to offer and we've all got something to offer someone, and there's someone out there that can benefit from your story, even if you think that there's not. You'll have gone through something in your life that someone will get great benefit from knowing about and knowing how you dealt with it. I think you need to also identify why you feel uncomfortable with promotion and try and work through that. So do you feel that you're bragging? If you feel that you're bragging, do you feel that other people that promote are bragging too? Try and work out, because sometimes I think we're harder on ourselves. So if your friend that's a blogger also promotes in the way that you wish you could, do you think they're bragging? And try and have the conversation with them, with yourself, and work through what it is that you feel particularly uncomfortable about, because that will then help you move forward. I think that going back to the cheerleader thing I mentioned initially, is don't rely on other people necessarily for that pat on the back. Everyone's involved in their own lives, and I think it's so important to have that blogging friendships, you know, with other people. But I think that we really need to develop that cheerleader in ourselves and kind of go, you know, maybe no one gave me a pat on the back because of this, but you don't know what's going on in their lives, and actually I think I did a good job, and recognize that, you know, that everything is progress. And I think that's really important. Don't look at the end goal and think, oh my days, I'm not as far forward as, you know, Tallulah from wherever that blog is. You know, think of your own journey and your own progress, and really focus on that and not what everyone else is doing. I think also when you're promoting, it can feel a little bit like you're trying to sell something, and that can be what people feel a bit uncomfortable about. And I think the most important thing is to think of your content as it's going to help someone. So I know people that have, you know, commented that I've done a video or a post about postnatal depression, and they've said that's really helped them, and that's maybe maybe that's helped them then share their story, and that's something that they wanted to do personally, but also they feel that that then has gone on and helped people. So I think you should realise that there is power in your story, and not be afraid to share it. And it's not selling your posts, it's promoting your post to people that could really, really benefit from them, whether that is something like mental health, or whether it's a craft post that a mum like me who hates craft can read it and think, you know what, I can do that, that'll please my child, it's really easy for me, thank you so much, you know, Bob, for writing that post. So there's always the value, and you need to think of the value and the benefit rather than the fact that you think you're selling it to someone. And lastly, just before I go, I think that we want to take small steps. So if you are not very confident and you're a bit scared of that self-promotion, don't try and be like, you know, whoever up here that you think, oh my gosh, they're so good at self-promotion, they're always all over it. Just take little steps. So if you currently share, you know, a post once a day on Twitter, try and just up that a little bit. So try and share it, you know, twice a day, or go crazy and share it, you know, 3 times a day. So try and just up a little bit what you're doing in various different areas and just get used to it. Don't sort of go from, you know, 0 to, you know, 60 miles an hour. Try and sort of just build up to it and take those small steps and kind of become a bit more acclimatized to it. So just before I go, if you want to boost your blog and increase your blog's visibility, I'm running a free training challenge. So it's a 5-day free course, completely free. It's going to be such good fun, called Let's Get Visible. Starts on the 10th of April, and you need to save your spot by going to the link below, which is youbabymemommy.com/visible. And it's going to be 5 days. I'm going to go live each day of the 5 days starting on the 10th of April, and I'm going to give you a sort of email information each morning as well. It's going to take about 15 minutes probably to do the task, but you can do that whenever you want, and if you're not there when I go live, you can watch it on replay, so it's no drama. But it's going to be going through sort of my blueprint of how I get my post visible, how I've been able to make my blog a sort of thriving business, but just basically on a simple level to go through and just we're going to work on one post, and we're going to get that post out, visible, and increasing your blog traffic. So please join me. If you've liked this video, give it the thumbs up, click the link below, and subscribe would be amazing. And I hope to see you inside the challenge. See you soon. Bye.